Welcome back everyone to San Jorge, where in the last episode I told you what I was going to do. I still feel uncertain about it, but here we go. We're going to delete all of this, all of the highway for now, because I want to replace it with the 4-lane highway in hopes that I can make a better inner city. I don't know, like inner city highway. I don't know what I'm doing. We're just going to try something and see what happens. You know, sometimes you just gotta try stuff. But we're gonna see how this goes. I hope well. I expect mediocrity, but you know, that's just how it works sometimes. But I'm hoping that with doing it, I can make some better, maybe connections, but also maybe make just some better roads in general. I have a few ideas. So I was saying, you know, I played around in my own time with a village or a town of doing it, and I've had decent enough luck, and that is true. In fact, I've not really had much traffic at all on those. So, you know, that's what kind of makes me be like, oh, maybe I should just try it. So we're going to see. This may be really horrible. It may be messy. It may just be like the worst idea in the world. But, you know, that's what effing around and finding out is all about. And that's what we're doing right now. Because on the other one, rather, I should say, I don't even have, you know, like a lot of the traditional elements of keeping, you know, like, you know, things either elevated or, you know, I have just god awful like intersections where I've not even bothered to, you know, make them like these on ramps and stuff. I just legit will slew it all together and hope for the best, and it's worked out. It just allows me to like build off of these in like so many different ways with regular ass roads, and it's worked. So we're gonna see if it works again. It probably won't, but that's fine. It's all about experimentation, and that's what we're definitely going for, especially in this early series, because good god, I mean, it's really about finding out in this one, that's for sure. So let's do that, and let's not have that be as large as it is, because that's actually a little silly. I don't remember doing that, but I shouldn't have. That's actually fine. That should be fine. One thing I do want to do though is let me turn the snapping back on. So let's get that back to where that should work better. Okay, so that's step number 1. That one's mostly done. It's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but neither am I. It's alright. In fact, I can actually. It's a little bit of a... it's not too far off though. There we go. That's fine by me. I can go under here a little bit and sort it out some. There we go. So make it not look quite as intense perhaps. And I might even be able to there we go. Makes me feel a little bit better looks wise there. And let's, oh god, I hit play on accident. Scared me. Let's delete this monstrosity, because I don't really remember what I was doing there. I'm sure it had a purpose of probably just trying to make things easier, and it probably worked, but like with connecting stuff, but there's better ways than doing that. So let's not. So there we go. We have that. Now we can... Yeah, I'm guessing this is a place that I had a connection on. So going to be really risky here. And I'm actually going to just... This is a bigger road than I thought. I'm going to just try this, if it'll let me, which it will not. So, also don't really know if I like that being a 6-lane. I don't know if there's a... I mean, I know there was a purpose because I was struggling. But now looking at it, it feels a little silly. Let's... Oh, you're actually a 4-lane, okay. It's just this side that's the 6-lane. It just feels a little silly looking now. I could do that. Oh, and that still stays connected just with some extra stairs. That's fine. Because then that turns that into a dedicated turn lane. That's fine by me. And then... I'm not even worried about, like, the shape. Like, if it, you know, it's still like, oh, invalid shape, whatever. Which, actually... So I have an idea. Didn't mean to do that. So, bear with me while I just try some weirdness here. So, yeah, I think that's just because that's on the curve. That's totally fine. It's weird because it actually usually allows a little bit of that doing while on the curves, but I guess it's just not feeling it there. So it could do one there. So maybe that's what I'll work with. So yeah, I'm curious to see, because I really do think that this could just be faster than me, you know, faffing about with even the off ramps and like all that. Because I mean, they're still going to move fast as hell through here. I'm not going to have anything off of here. So we shall see. And let's also, yeah, I think this is fine to be trimmed on down a little bit. I'll keep that as that because I mean, I can't really change that without a lot of fiddling, but that's fine. I mean, maybe that one's fine actually, now that I look at it. Maybe we'll keep that as the 6. So we'll actually, we can bring that back up, even maybe here, which feels wrong, but it's how it is. Then we can have that connecting to there, I guess. We'll go reasonable size roundabout. And then so you do want to connect to there, so that's good. And then we can put large ass roundabout on. So my desire was to have another way in here, so they're not just going this way. So again, this is going to be interesting because this could be the worst traffic idea in the world. But again, bear with my little brain. I'm working at its little hardest content you've ever seen. My thought process is bad, but I'm thinking with enough points of entry that I'm hoping rather that the design will work to where they just choose to perhaps take these areas instead of just one central point, because now they have more reason to, you know, try other areas instead of just being like, oh, I can only go this one way. But that's, you know, it's a hope. And I mean, like, even here, if I wanted to, I could still have kept, you know, I could easily just keep this going if it'll snap. Oh, it's because I turned that off, isn't it? Yeah. So, I mean, that could easily still be done. I can actually do this pretty, like, tightly if I want to. Why not? Just make it real janky. Just the way we like it here. That'll actually work alright. I don't think they would be dumb and do that, but we'll see. So, I can kind of... I just hit my microphone, I apologize. I can kind of keep an idea, I think, of how things are going by just watching it. So I am going to hit play. I'm going to see if they figure out what they're doing, which they're, you know, they're getting there within due time. They've died over here already. That's good to see. I'm hoping that with having this kind of stuff, it may make things just work that little bit faster. We will see. And I don't really, other than like this radio mask, which I could easily move to here. I kind of feel like I could even turn these first little bits into highway. And what that'll do is this will then allow me to maybe make even more. Maybe I can make some quirkiness here happen. Not quite. So I can make one of these. Honestly, just curious if this works. Because sometimes that can. So are you trying to take this as a left? Because if so, I'm disgusted. Because yeah, I'm sure the buses are a little bit confused right now, actually. I don't know why they're doing that as a left. That is freaking dumb. I guess I should have known. It can't be as simple as I hope it to be. Obviously, this is moving a lot of traffic, so it's going to be something to keep an eye on how it's doing. But it's more than anything a curiosity factor at this point. I wonder where I could have... I don't know, maybe it would have actually just been better to have it that way, because obviously this isn't moving very fast right now. But my hope is that it will do. We'll see if it ends up speeding up at all, because everything's also so busy in here from it connecting before. Yeah, I was a little wary about this, because obviously, you know, now it's going straight into dumping into a neighborhood. But I'm curious to see if it sort of resolves itself, or if it just becomes a big issue, because it could just become a big issue. Always probable. So... Okay, so another thing I could do, because they're all getting caught in that one bit of road. Why not? Just thinking, you know, having more ways in and out might just work a little bit better in this situation. And I kind of want to, I just don't like how this works particularly. So I may give this a little treatment, just see how it does. Hilariously worked, which is amazing. Then oops. So I can just do that, and then big round about that for now, and just see how that goes for a little bit. So yeah, my hope is to see if this will calm down a little. I'm going to delete this. I do actually want to come back to doing more of the little pedestrian intersections, because I've actually used many of them, and that was one thing I really loved in the predecessor, so it's one thing that I should probably come back to doing. There we go. Maybe if I have a way in like that too, might utilize that area a little bit as well. Luckily, when you use these 2-lane roads, it doesn't cause any lots. So I've actually found it to be pretty beneficial. But this is going down. Probably at the dismay of this or something, though. We'll see. But so far, this is okay. Because I think it will clear out. I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of time before I decide if it's a failure or not. As always, but I think generally it may work out. I mean, this has been backed up for like forever now. This looks so bad. Let me just like, let me have a word with this real quick. All right, let's yeah, there, so they go there and there. Even then, I don't like it. Actually, let's do with taking that away, and then okay, so this is already highway, which is good to know. Might as well do it all the way through. Then we got a little bit of an issue here that needs solving, but that's okay. And here, we shall move you over to there, yes. And then move you as well, yes. You can go there. Alright. One thing I do want to do is I just want to maybe straighten that ever so slightly. I mean, somewhat. As much as it wants to, you know? Which is very little. Then come out like so. There we go. That's a little better looking. And then still not my favorite look in the world, I'll be honest. I was hoping that would go a little smoother. Actually, you know what? It might not need such a large roundabout. Maybe that will work a little bit better for us. I don't know. Let's just let that roll for a little bit. See if it works okay. It's a less, like, the thing is with the smaller roundabouts, I somewhat wonder if it would work better because it's less circumference to go around, but it's also less cars can fit in it. So there's that too. But we'll see. It may have been better just let them go out on the road and then decide where they need to go on this roundabout. But I'm afraid they'll just turn left. That's always the other conundrum that I'm faced with in this situation. But while we're waiting to kind of see how that goes, we'll make the traffic worse by putting some high density in. Yay. Let's go ahead and do that and then see what happens, you know? That's really the test. So let's turn those into high density. We'll see how that does its thing, which, I mean, this is going fine. That's good to see. I think I'm actually going to delete that one because it's fine. So that's going fine. This seems to be good. This is good. I don't think oh, shit. You know what? I think I know why this is good. Don't mind me. Let's just pretend no one saw that and that this was connected the whole damn time. Right. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Then well, I guess I could do this the same way if I desired to, but I've kind of already got this like laid out somewhat back here, so I will do it as it's sort of designed, I guess. Let me do that, and then there we go. I'll delete that one and sort of adjust this if I can. Somewhat. It's the curve can't quite adjust, unfortunately. But I don't really want to like undo that too much. So let's see how that goes, because obviously that was an issue that was happening. That's for sure. But I think that might work a little better now, as they sort of are like, oh crap, I don't have to go that way now, yay. So there we go. One thing I will do, and again, you know, this is going to be questionable city. We will connect up here, because why not? And in fact, I mean, I could do it there too, because I mean, there's no, I mean, it's a little close actually for my liking, like to make an intersection just there. So I'll probably actually leave that for now. And what I might do here is I might actually turn this, it actually doesn't quite work. Can I do it here? I can do that. So that's not too bad. I don't want that to be that though. I would rather actually have it be that hilariously. I could start turning this into, ooh, that's kind of interesting actually. So I could turn that into a 3-lane, so kind of give it a little bit of a, like, you start to merge in back there, so it sort of, you know, solves itself a little earlier. So that would be nice. Can't get a little roundabout in there, but I'm not too worried about that. Definitely a lot of people that want to leave from this area, so that's actually a good sign to me that it was not the worst idea to have there, so, you know, that works for me. But yeah, I think now that that's solved somewhat here, maybe we'll work this out somewhat, we'll see. Maybe. Definitely more people now suddenly being like, oh god, I gotta get, you know? But that's fine. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, they're getting that way. Yeah, most of their traffic actually is, yeah, just trying to get into here. Once it gets on here, it seems pretty fun, which is funny. You can still, okay, yeah, they can still go up and under, so that's fun. Oh, it's because where I put this new area in, they're all trying to get in, I think, at least. And then yeah, this is just real. I should probably upgrade this actually to this when we get closer, if it'll let me. Might have to. Well, no, it won't let me do that anywhere. Oof. Alright. Maybe I will need to make this. Let's just delete that for now. And then let's make that as big as it'll let me. And then there we go. And then let me turn that back on so it'll attach. That should be a little bit better, I think. And then yeah, let's see if that may help. I'm not sure. It's weird that this only has one. Like one way in there. I almost need it to be like a, I guess it's because that's coming from that. I feel like this would need to be a, yeah, to upgrade it to that, but that just seems ridiculous. I feel like I should be able to choose how many lanes I want in a roundabout, and like disregarding what the game thinks I need. But I don't know. Hopefully that's something they'll change, because there's a lot of little things that I see that I'm like, it would be better if I could do this. So I hope that's, I mean, even if, again, just, I'm sure mods are going to fix a lot of these issues when the time comes, but for now there's just a lot of little things that I wish were a little bit better. But we get there as we get there, I guess. So this is busy again. Again, I'm not stressing because I've literally just like made so much stuff happen with housing and everything. And it's such a limited way of getting into the way that this is set up. So again, I don't want to be like, you know, oh shit, it's broken. I think it's just how it is right now. So I'm not going to freak out about it too much. Just kind of looking around. There's potentiality to add another way in. I think like kind of having something that goes through and up to here. Because I kind of have this, which I could use as a way in. I can't really use it as one out, but I could use it as another way in if I wanted to. There we go. I gotta get used to doing the right shape for that. It's a little bit different than what I would think every time. But then I could do... Actually, I could just do that. And then just upgrade this slightly. I think that basically will do what I desire there. It's a little bit of a goofy looking one, isn't it? Maybe I'll do that. Ugh, I don't know about that. And I can do that too. Just in case, kind of thinking maybe just, you know, giving it another entry point. It can go through here and get in pretty quickly instead of having to go all the way around. I think that's going to be one thing that might just be a big help here. I'm not entirely sure. I want to believe that it could be. Because I remember... So in a lot of the playing that I've been doing, it's just been a lot of adding a lot more than I think I need typically of entry points and stuff like that, and I've had good luck with it, so that's why I'm like a little bit more aggressive on it and kind of just waiting and seeing, because I mean it's such an easy thing to just reverse too, so there's that as well. But yeah, I'm curious to see how that does. Because I mean, essentially that 2-lane is not far off. Like the 2-lane highway is not too far off, but yeah, allowing this curve maybe not the best idea in the world. I don't know. But at the same time, I do enjoy the experimenting side of it. Let me do that, just see if that moves that a little faster. I don't think it will. I think roundabouts may slow down things a little bit more than they previously did, but I also just haven't really tested that enough to know, because I mean this did empty out before, but it's been a little bit of trialing, so we'll see. But I think like, yeah, I mean there's a few different areas. Did I used to have a connection up here? I don't think so. And yeah, one of my things I don't have anymore is the connection that went from here to here. I don't know how useful that was. I'm not really sure what I was doing with that one, to be honest. If I'm being completely honest with you, I don't know where I was going with that. And I mean, the thing is, if I really wanted, like, what's in there? That, oh, it's power line, of course. Well, power lines can go under now. Of course, I didn't know that before. So that's something we can resolve now, at least. Oh, they're so hard to find. They're like so hidden. There we go. And then we can, I don't even know if we need to go under at this point. I think everything's pretty much connected, but just in the off chance it isn't, we'll just do that under there to be safe. And then I want to use this as a way through here. then go to here. Literally just to have a way over. Because maybe that's what I was going for. I don't even remember. But I think that's what I was going for. And like this, I don't really know what I was doing either. In fact, I've had a fair few just straight railroad crossings. They've not been an issue at all. Not like before at least. So I'm okay with just like... It's not the best place because there's like double railroads there, but I'm still fine with that. Just have that. It's probably better. And then maybe that was a service thing, like having services connected. It could make sense. But we're nearing 100,000 population, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm not convinced that this is going to work. But at the same time, you know, I've got a lot of traffic everywhere right now, so just sort of seeing where that goes, really. I think I will do a couple little things here. I think I'm gonna just make a couple little different things here if they are like, you know what, I don't want to go this way, I'd rather go this way because it's quicker or whatever. So they're not all gathering at just like one single roundabout. Because yeah, of course, roundabout's going to get busy no matter where it is, if every bit of traffic in your city is trying to go to it. So we'll see. Take a sip of coffee, just watch. Oh, nice and cold. Perfect. Just the way I desired it. I always forget. I mean, let's, I guess, do what we're doing before. May as well put some more. This high density seems to be kind of taking to itself, so we'll let it in again and see what we got. Do I have any... Yeah, I don't have any farmland or really anything else too important through there, I don't think. I do have this here. Oh yeah, of course, that's where I just built. This over here, which is actually pretty useful. So this could be a nice little spot to have. I should have gone farther back in it though. So let's do more like, let's future proof. So we'll do like that. I mean, I guess this makes sense because wasn't San Francisco like originally a now pardon my knowledge, I'm very East Coast based. My entire life has been on the East Coast. I've still not been west in the United States. I've been all over England. I've been many places in Europe, never been to like the Western United States. So pardon my East Coast accidental bias, but I'm fairly certain that, and lack of knowledge I should say, I know that the gold rush was in San Francisco. You know, the whole 49ers thing, but I'm fairly certain there's also kind of an abundance, like a surprising abundance of oil in California, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I'm confusing it with Texas. I might be, though. There's always a chance. Feel free to correct me there. But, I can imagine for the oil, but also like, yeah, these minerals and everything in general. So I feel like that's probably pretty spot on to some degree. Like there seems to be a lot of the geodes or whatever they're called in this, the I guess geographical areas for that. But yeah, I think that's pretty spot on of what it is actually like. I'm sure this would all exist to some degree. Like, I mean, this is just maybe a rock quarry. I'm not sure, but I mean, you have a quarry anywhere, but I mean, there's tons where I live because we have limestone, which limestone is one of like the really big special things for building buildings, but it's not that special, but apparently ours is somewhat more special. They say this here. I don't think it really is, but it's apparently what gives bourbon its whole thing, because, you know, Kentucky bourbon is a whole thing, of course. But yeah, there's a lot of quarries randomly around, mostly when you go out towards Louisville. which, by the way, if you're not from the States or not from Kentucky, a lot of people don't know, and usually even native people to Louisville will have a debate about it. But it's spelled Louisville, Louisville, however you want to say it. Like King, it's named after King Louis, but it's pronounced Louisville. I say it with even more of a twang just because of my Appalachian accent that I had. But Louisville is essentially how to say it. Everyone always makes fun of every commentator on football games or whatever it may be when Louisville's playing because of it. But yeah, it's weird. I mean, Kentucky has a lot of weird sayings to begin with because we have a place named Versailles, even though it looks like Versailles. Like, I mean, it's spelled the same way. But I mean, we also have literally, God, what are we have a lot of weird name places here. We do have a place called, what was it called? Hell. It's like Hell something, Hell Holler. No, I can't remember the name of it. I'd have to look that up to remember. But I mean, there's a lot of random little name things. Because I mean, like even near us, I'm trying to think. Because I come from a place called Parkville, which, you know, we say Parkville, not Parkville. That's how where I'm from, we tell who's from where, essentially. This is interesting. I guess these lots kind of make sense, and it is pretty busy. But again, I'm gonna let it go and just see what happens. But yeah, that's how, you know, typically where I'm from, we end up being like, okay, yeah, you're not from here. But yeah, I'm from there, and we have a place. It's spelled hurricane, but we call it hurricane. Again, Appalachian accent. So like, I don't know how you would say it in a southern accent. You know, Kentucky is somewhat southern, but where I'm from, Appalachia, it's kind of considered a different entity. It's kind of like a southern Appalachian thing, but we have like our own little dialect. A lot of it comes from like Irish roots. That's why I say Irish. I can't really say like Irish. It's very hard for me to say. Especially being married to a woman whose last name is Noonan as well at this point, which makes it even more difficult. And being in the UK made that whole thing, and knowing a bunch of Irish people and also English people and Scottish. It gets round after a few years to where my accent sort of goes where it goes at this point. But yeah, I lost a lot of my accent, but like, yeah, the like hurricane, and we have a place that like it's called it's spelled Chloe Ridge, but it's named Chloe. Apparently that one's a little bit of a German root thing. It's like one tree on fire. I mean, I guess that's enough to do with the damage, though, granted. But yeah, if you're ever curious, now you know. You didn't need to know, but now you know. But I always find it interesting because I really like linguistics, and I like all that little goofy stuff. So I always find it interesting when people talk about like where they're kind of, especially dialect comes from. Because I mean, there's so many different ones. Especially, it's even wilder because where I'm from, you know, you go for forever and you hear the same dialect all the time. It makes sense. But then I think of England. You go 15 feet and suddenly, or like not really 50 feet, but you go like legitimately maybe 20-30 miles, and suddenly you've got someone who sounds like a northerner, or you got someone who sounds like a Geordie. You got like, you get close enough like above Newcastle suddenly, and then you're starting to hear some of the like Scottish accents come through or whatever else. It's a really funny time. I don't know why they're doing this. This is weird. I'm hoping it's just a pathing issue that I might need to fix, but yeah, it's always an interesting one when I go over there again, because my wife's family, at least half of it is from the north, and then half of it is from the south, so I get a little bit of both. So I get the posh London, or well, I say posh, I get Cockney London, but I also get a lot of northern Redcarian, like they're all from Redcar, England, Middlesbrough sort of thing going on, which is really funny. I think it's helped my accent understanding, that's for sure. But anyways, that was a good talk while I was just kind of waiting on stuff to sort itself out a little bit. I do see some things where I could and should probably do some upgrades here. I'll do that as well, because why not? I think that's fun. I'm wondering almost, because this is kind of like my little slip one, I might even do this. So I'll allow that just to be like, if you want off there, you can, great. If you don't, keep going for this one. We'll see. I mean, it seems to be working, because like, you know, I see a couple of cars taking it here and there, but like it's not been busy. It's just been the people who do need to get that way. So hopefully that works out a little bit better. And then all of this is coming pretty well. We do definitely have this high density area kind of doing its thing, which will again do the same as before of putting that in. I like there's not enough customers in this. Like, come on. There's definitely people around here. You can get the customers. Maybe you just got a bad business. Did you ever consider that? Maybe beverages isn't where you should be in. I mean, who calls a business, you know, beverage business Lim Czar Bar? You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's like Lucas said, you know? Weird name. Taste. Alright. So generally, looking around, by the way, like everything seems to be pretty chill. Like this is, you know, obviously a little busy. I keep putting in new things, so it's hard to tell, but I've noticed as I sort of let things settle, it does seem to go down. Like a lot of this seems to be pretty chill now. That's just roadworks people, so that's fun. But everything seems to be pretty calm. So I don't feel the overwhelming need to be like, okay, we gotta fix this and do a bunch of crap. So I'm pretty happy where we are now. Oh, this is done that nice. So yeah, I don't feel the, I'm gonna change that to that if I haven't already. I don't feel like the overwhelming need to, you know, say I need to come in and like fix anything right now. I think what I'll do next time is I'll probably go a little bit crazy with maybe like, you know, just kind of, is this garbage issues? No, okay. I might go a little bit crazy with putting in like little bits of commercial, just making sure like there's commercial and there's jobs everywhere and like settling that, and then kind of go from there. Which, by the way, we hit 100,000 population, which is crazy. So yeah, maybe we'll do that. We'll work on maybe getting a little bit of production up, just so we don't have to worry about, you know, like we're not importing anything. Maybe that ends up being something that's just really smart for us. I don't know. Wow, that's quite a thing. That might just end up being something that ends up really smart for us, of course. You know, we got some traffic issues, which isn't best. I feel like if I turn this into a 3-lane all the way through, it actually might end up being a little bit of a wise idea. Same with this at this point. Because I feel like that might just help people kind of get where they need to get a little better, and it gives more time to get over, gives more time to get on there. These are a little close, kinda. Not really, but yeah, it's enough to be an issue, so we'll leave it be. But I think, you know, this is cleared out a little bit. This is getting better. This is just getting its thing, because I think where I've put in some other bits, but hilariously, this is one of the busier bits. I'm not entirely sure as to why, but I think it's just because it gets like just slightly caught up. I might just get one more way out of here, like kind of quickly. I don't know. I think it's working. I think it's going to take a little bit of finagling and playing around with, essentially, which is fun. That's the fun part. What I might end up doing, and it might be dumb, but I can't always do some underground roads that easily get into places. I've done that before where the highway kind of just like, there's a way to dip out and get under quickly. Kind of consider it like Lower Wacker of Chicago maybe, which is totally not a terrifying road to drive on. But yeah, who knows? But anyways, that's going to be it for now. This is a lot to take in, but I think we did okay. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you all in the next episode, and appreciate all the love and support. We must be like on episode 12 now, I think, which is pretty crazy. I'm glad it's going well. I think I'll see this one out until, you know, we at least hit the top level. I don't know what the top level of progression actually is. So yeah, we go Megalopolis again, but we got Thriving, we got plenty of things to get through, so we'll make sure we do all that, then we'll move on. But for now, and until then, I'll see you then. Goodbye.